careful if you haven't been failing for an extended period of time. If you haven't failed for a while, perhaps it's time to go bigger. See, when we're not failing, we're just everything's going smoothly, everything's working peachy keen, everything's going well, right? Then you're stagnating. You're not growing. When we're uncomfortable, when we're failing, we're growing. One of my mentors used to say, it's not the yeses you learn from, it's the no's you learn from. Whether it's business or dating or relationships or money or financials or whatever, it's the losses you win from most times versus the wins. So think about that for a moment when you think failure is bad, because it's not. And the longer you stay somewhere and stagnate, it basically coasting, the more risky it gets. The reason it's getting risky is because you risk losing by playing it safe. You risk, again, not learning and not up-leveling yourself, not elevating, so that when things change, when the market changes, situations change, you won't be prepared. You won't have the skills, the tools, the knowledge, the gumption, the know-how, the fortitude, the fearlessness, the courage to push through. Okay, this is not working anymore. What do I do now? What do I change? A lot of people stick their head in the sand when things stop working. Change happens. Ripples or waves in our world happen, right? So we can be really careful if we haven't failed. It's been a while since a failure, a small or a big failure, especially a big one, because big risks can lead to big failures, can also lead to big rewards, right? So no failure, guys. There's only lessons. There's no failure. There's only feedback. So if you're experiencing failure, you're taking risks, taking action, again, calculated risks. You're not, throwing up all your money in the air or betting it all on number 7 at the casino. You're taking calculated risks. Everything is risk. Life is risk. Go driving, go walking outside this morning. It's a risk. You may get hit by a car, struck by lightning. Hopefully not. What I'm trying to say, though, is life is a risk. And if you don't take risk, you're not experiencing failures. You're not taking lessons from this. You're not growing. You're not being uncomfortable. You're not being pushed. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, so I need to zig instead of zag now. I need to do more of this or less of this, or I'm not going to do that again. Or, okay, I did that this way. What if I did it this way? Now, is that going to work? Nope, that failed too. That didn't work. What if I do it this third way? Oh, wow. Okay, this is starting to work. Now, what if I do it again? Oh, wow, now it's starting to work really well. And so you grow, you shift, you change, continuously up-leveling ourselves, right? So if you want to make a quantum leap in your business, in your growth, in your work, in your success, if you want to make a quantum leap, take big risks, calculate it again, like I said, stop overanalyzing things, take risk, take action, spend time, money, energy, blood, sweat, tears on what it is you want working towards. Because if you're staying there, stagnating, not failing, you're hiding. Again, this is highly, highly risky because it actually will mean you will lose in the long run. People that fail actually end up winning. People fail that end up winning. And really, not failing is actually a sign, like I said before, of your stagnation. You're stagnating. You're not growing. Think about this. Henry Ford, who started the Ford Motor Company, he went bankrupt before starting Ford. Thomas Edison, who invented the light bulb, him and his colleagues tested thousands of materials in different light bulbs before creating the carbon filament light bulb, right? A working light bulb. They tested thousands. Sir Richard Branson, founder of Virgin Atlantic and Virgin Galactic, right? He had hundreds of banks tell him no for getting a loan for Virgin. Now there's Virgin Music, Virgin Mobility, Virgin Galactic, Virgin Travel, Virgin Airlines, all kinds of. He's a billionaire. Right, even J.K. Rowling, who wrote the Harry Potter books, she got 12 rejections. J.K. Rowling got 12 rejections before the first Harry Potter book was published, right? So those are some inspiring examples. Colonel Sanders wasn't successful till he was in his 60s. He had failed and failed before. And then in his 60s, he developed a secret recipe for KFC, sold it to someone they wanted to partner, and then developed Kentucky Fried Chicken. So we need to fail, air quotes, right? It's important. Think about learning to walk, learning to ride a bike, learning to dance, learning to do anything. There's guaranteed failures. We fail, we fall, and we get back up. And that is the key to get back up. I know things can be scary right now. A lot of people are scared, very, very risk avoidant right now. And that is one of the worst times during tumultuous times, challenging times, changing times. It's one of the worst times to be risk adverse and to hide and to wait and to save every penny and to wait and see. Because a lot of people were waiting and seeing during COVID, then waiting and seeing when Russia attacked Ukraine, then waiting and seeing during inflation, then waiting and seeing during the recession. And then things got better. And then now people are waiting and seeing as everyone's talking about another recession. And if we keep talking about it, it'll probably happen. So let's stop talking about why there's going to be a recession. Let's just focus on what we want. I encourage you, take action. Go for what it is you want. I'm going to go for what it is I want. I promise you, I'm going to take some big risks and go big, invest big time, money, energy, go to my limit. I encourage you, go to your limit, push yourself to your limit and to your edge, so to speak. And that's where greats like Michael Jordan, basketball great Kobe Bryant as well, they go to their edge, they push the edge, they live on the edge of their comfort, their abilities, because that's when you grow more. And if you live inside the edge, your comfort and abilities, you're just doing the same thing. You're not really growing or learning. You're just practicing a bit. If you live on your edge, live on the edge and push that edge, push that boundaries, push that comfort zone, you're growing. And I think it was either 30% or 50% of the baskets. I think it was 30% that Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan actually sunk. Only 30%. The rest were misses. So that's more failure than success. In stock portfolios, you look at stock portfolios. If someone has a portfolio of stocks, most of those will actually be failures because we're fortune telling. We're making up the future. Okay, which stock is going to do better? Which stock is going to not? If you have a portfolio of stocks, though, because you're going to have some superstars amongst the failures, even though that most stocks may fail, the superstar stocks in your portfolio, eventually you will win. You'll win despite most stocks being failures or not making great money or going down or whatever, or being stagnated, because there's some winners in the stocks. There's a few, most are failures, a few are winners. That is why it's okay to fail. Failure is okay. No failure means no growth, no feedback, no learning, no up-leveling yourself, and you're going to get lost and left in the dust. And that would suck. And I'd hate for that to happen to you, to get left in the dust, for other people to win over you, other people's businesses to grow over you, other people to make more money over you, to have other people living your dream. That's my hell. That would be my hell on earth, watching other people live my dream while I just stagnate and hide and not do anything, make all kinds of excuses about time and money and energy. I'm too young or too old or not ready, or my kid's this or my brother this or my cousin this or my parents that. And I say this with empathy, guys. I love you. I say this with empathy, but we got to end these BS excuses. Otherwise, we're always going to be limited, always going to be stuck. But not enough time, or not the right time. I got to wait till this. It's all BS. I say this with love, guys. All BS. It's just limitation. It's just our own limiting beliefs. There was I saw something in the news the other day. These people, as farmer, had planted a squash inside a container, inside this glass vase, and the squash had grown to the shape of the container, grown to the constraints or boundaries of that container. It was a really weird shaped squash. And they cracked the glass and they ate it, and it tastes like a normal squash. The problem is, though, that we grow to the shape and to the size and limitations of our container, our boundaries. And our boundaries, unlike a squash plant, our boundaries are in here. And that's it. That's why many people have gone from rags to riches. You've seen many, many rags to riches stories, guys. It's not because they were poor. They did it anyways, or they were broke, or born on the wrong side of the tracks, or the wrong color, or the wrong age, the wrong race, the wrong industry, the wrong whatever, yet they were wildly successful. Why is that? And why do we make excuses about time, money, energy, or whatever it is? I'm a this, I'm that, I'm not a this, I'm not a that. Stop the BS, stop the excuses. Say, I am doing this, I am affording it, I am taking action, I can do it, and just go for it. If you want to figure out why that's not happening, why you're procrastinating, if you want to take action now, book a call using the book a call link. Let's have a coaching call. Let's have a chat. Let's have a quick chat together. See what's going on, what's getting in your way, what beliefs, fears, worries, and overwhelm is getting in your way, and see if we can develop a bit of a plan for you. I promise you, it will not be a sales call, quick coaching call, get you a plan, have you a plan of 3, 4, 5, 6 action steps to take action. So if this is interesting, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. I encourage you again, take action, go for it. Be okay with risk and failure, and never, ever, ever give up. And book a call with me. Let's get you ahead. Let's get you up leveling. Let's get you going to the next level so you can win, have lots of money to travel, do fun things, work less, play more, make a difference, do things you love, perhaps give back to the world, donate, volunteer, make an impact, make a difference while you're here. Teach others, mentor others, help others learn from you, make a difference. Book that call. It's in the link below, in the comments below, in the description. Have a call with me. Let's have a coaching call and find out What's getting in the way? Let's develop a 3 or 4 or 5-step plan to get you rocketing towards your massive, massive success. Until next time, go take risk and failure. There's no failure anyways. There's only feedback. So just go for it. Take action. Win and learn by failing. There's a good book, by the way. Success starts with failure. It is true. Win and learn. We're not going to start way up here. We're going to start here and work our way up. I used to have 1, 2, 3 people at my seminars. Now I have a whole bunch of people at my seminars, and I speak for hundreds of people for corporations. But in my initial seminars, I had a few people. That's it. And you grow. We don't avoid thinking about, got to start here and just grow, and avoid thinking about people. Avoid worrying, about what people think of you. It's not worth it, and it's going to limit you, keep you stuck. Go out there, take action, fail, especially if you haven't failed for a while. Take action, go big, go bold, go so big and so bold that you do fail. And that way you'll learn and you'll grow versus doing little bitty steps. Okay, I'm not going to fail. Don't want to fail. Little bitty steps and getting nowhere. Okay, have a great day. Take action now. Be well.